rain hit the church windows like a warning no one could hear. The guests whispered. The groom stood still, calm, unreadable. And the bride, she smiled. Not because she was in love, but because she had just secured her future. What she didn't know was that the man she married for money had a secret worth far more than his fortune, and by the time she found out, it was already too late. Ava Monroe didn't believe in fairy tales. She believed in survival. Growing up, watching her mother drown in debt and broken promises taught her one thing. Love doesn't pay bills. Money does. So when she met Daniel Hart, quiet, polished, heir to a billion-dollar tech empire, she saw opportunity. Daniel wasn't flashy. He didn't post his wealth online. He didn't brag, but everyone knew who he was. And Ava knew exactly what she was doing. Daniel, I don't need perfection. I just need honesty. Ava smiled softly. Honesty. The one thing she wasn't offering. Ava, I just want something stable. Daniel studied her face, like he was searching for something deeper. He nodded. And within 6 months, he proposed. The wedding was everywhere. Luxury venue, designer dress, champagne towers. Ava's friends whispered, "You won." Her mother cried tears of relief. Daniel's best man leaned in at the altar and whispered, "You sure about this?" Daniel didn't answer. He just stared at Ava. Not with passion, but with curiosity, as if he already knew something she didn't. They said, "I do," and the trap was sealed. But not the one Ava thought. The mansion was breathtaking, but something felt empty. Daniel worked late. He took private calls. He watched her, not possessively, observingly. One night, Ava entered his home office. She wasn't snooping. She was verifying. On his desk sat a file. Her name on it, Ava Monroe, inside. Photos. Old social media posts, private investigator reports. Debt history, even text messages she thought were deleted. Her heart dropped. Daniel knew everything. Daniel stood in the doorway, calm, controlled. Looking for something? Ava couldn't breathe. "You investigated me." Daniel stepped forward. "No, I protected myself." Silence. Then he said something that shattered her confidence. "I knew why you were with me." Her eyes widened. "But I married you anyway." "Why?" she whispered. Daniel's voice soft. "Because I wanted to see if you would ever choose me. Without the money." The air shifted. "Daniel." He held up his hand. "My father built this empire from nothing. My mother married him for money. She never loved him." He looked at Ava. "I needed to know if history would repeat itself." Ava's voice trembled. "So what now?" Daniel walked past her. "There's something else." He handed her another document, a trust agreement. His fortune locked, untouchable. Everything had been placed into long-term philanthropic foundations. Hospitals, scholarships, mental health research. Daniel wasn't living for wealth. He was giving it away. You're giving it all away?" He nodded. "I don't want a wife who loves my money. I want a partner who loves my mission." For the first time, Ava felt small, not exposed, ashamed. Because somewhere along the way, she'd started caring about him. And she hadn't even noticed. Days passed in silence. The mansion felt colder. Ava stared at her reflection. Who was she? A survivor? Or a user? She walked into Daniel's office one last time. "I won't ask for the money," she said quietly. Daniel didn't respond. "I can't erase why I came into this marriage, but I can decide why I stay." Silence stretched between them. Then Daniel asked, "Why do you want to stay?" And for the first time, she didn't calculate her answer. Because you see people. And somewhere along the way, you saw me. And I think I want to become someone worthy of that. Daniel studied her again. But this time, there was something different in his eyes. Hope. Months later. No cameras, no luxury headlines, just two people working side by side at a children's hospital funded by Daniel's foundation. Ava wasn't wearing diamonds. She was wearing purpose. And Daniel, he wasn't testing her anymore. He was trusting her. But here's the real question. If you married someone for security and discovered they were testing your heart all along, would you stay and change? Or would you walk away before your secret destroys everything? Tell me in the comments. Was Eva wrong? Or was she just afraid of being poor again? And if you believe love should be chosen over money, subscribe. Because the next story might be yours.